Okay, so within 9 months, I went from absolute zero, contemplating getting back into college because my mom was pressuring me and obviously, questioning me about my business and about the things that I was doing. And, within 9 months, I was able to make $15,000 a month consistently. So it didn't happen overnight, and it definitely didn't happen because of luck. I tried trading, I tried drop shipping, I tried Amazon FBA, I tried SMMA. I did cold calling for, you know, for like the longest time, like 4 to 6 months, even before the thing that I'm doing at the moment. And I used to do like 150 to 200 cold calls a day, which is like it's hard, like getting used to rejections, getting used to the no's, booking in people, then getting no shows, and really just going into this wheel of trying to like make business work. You do trading, drop shipping, SMMA. That's the three main things that you probably did as well. And I was about to give up really about this whole business stuff because I didn't really believe in it like 100% like I should have, right? And again, like I'm gonna explain to you what I did and really like just tell you how I made it happen. Because first, I want to inspire a lot of people. Second of all, I want to provide a lot of value and have this documentation of my step-by-step process so I can look at it like a couple of years from now and be proud of myself and my family. So just for context, again, like I was doing so many stuff, um, and I was into YouTube, like really into YouTube, into business advice, watching like Grant Cardone, like Tony Robbins, and a lot of these guys. And a lot of it is mindset, right? And that's okay. Like that's a good advice, mindset wise. But here's the thing. I was stuck in analysis paralysis or paralysis by analysis. And I realized that I was watching so many YouTube videos and not doing anything. Like, yes, I tried the business models and then I went for like 4 months not doing anything. And then I tried another thing, like a different thing. Boom, 4 months not doing anything because it was a cycle of me repeating the same behaviors and expecting a different result. And I realized I wasn't the problem. And I probably could have made one of those businesses work if I really like gave it my all and stuff. But here's the thing, like if you don't have proof of concept, if you don't even have like a bare minimum amount of belief in yourself and what you're doing, like I did, it's very hard to make it work. So I gave it a try to another business, like another model, and it's not actually a business. It's more of like me contracting myself into a business and getting into their calendar and really just connecting them, like connecting the business owner with the prospect, with the potential client, and me being the one that closes the deal, which is high ticket closing, or more known as high ticket closing, high ticket sales. Here's the thing. Here's the caveat. I didn't pay it for, like super expensive mentorships, or I didn't really like, you know, I didn't outreach people all day to get a role or getting to a good offer or a good business to start working for them. What I did is different. I started networking. I started networking with the right people, and I know the right people now. But, when I first started, I started networking. I started like actually make like getting friendships instead of business opportunities, which is different. And here's the difference between if you have a friend that trusts you, he's gonna give you an opportunity, and it doesn't even matter what your skill is. And most of the times people confuse it. People think that they need an offer and they get into places to get them. But what you actually need is a network and to be connected into the right opportunities based on your reputation and based on who you are as a person. So you probably have zero to no network, specifically in this industry. But even if you do, like it must be limited. So really, like realistically, what I did, I started getting into a couple of paid communities, and then I also got into like the right places in terms of the networks. So I started networking with these people. Like I basically take calls all day. Like this is my calendar. And again, I take calls all day. I just basically hop on Zoom and I go from there. Basically, I close high ticket deals. I get 10% of the commission. Since it is high ticket, I'm normally selling a 5K price point, meaning I get $500 per closed deal, sometimes even more, because there are higher ticket deals for different businesses that I've closed for. So I've closed, for example, I've closed 10K in a single deal, 45 minutes, boom, that's $1,000 plus bonuses and commission in less than an hour. And it's super possible. It's not that hard. As a matter of fact, I genuinely feel like a lot of people overcomplicate it because it's not that tough. You just need a lot of balls and the right. I wouldn't say necessarily that you need to get a mentor. Honestly, like nowadays, what you actually need, because there's a lot of gurus, and I don't want you to fall into those traps. Like what you actually need is the right network, the right placement system for you to get on a good offer and actually just go from there. So, that's really what I've been dedicating my life in the last couple of years for, since 2024. Again, I became a closer, and ever since then, I knew that at some point I actually can have the possibility to help a lot of people, not just by teaching them how to do it, but actually placing them into these companies. So again, there are companies urgently looking to hire reps. The problem is they don't trust the same guys. They don't trust the same gurus that are popping up on social media. They actually need somebody that's actually trained, even if it's like surface level, and then get placed into these offers, get placed into these opportunities. So don't waste your time like watching sales content on Instagram. Um, Honestly, like what you need to do is just start getting connected with these opportunities and start networking ASAP with everyone. Growth operators, recruiters, info producers, honestly, everyone that you can. Like start following them, start outreaching out to them, and start getting into the right places. Start creating connections because that's what's going to take you to $15,000 a month. Is just having the option to be inside a business calendar as a closer or as a setter, booking calls and then closing deals. Boom, your commission, no fulfillment, and you can do whatever you want. If you want to use that capital and use the cash flow from closing to create an actual business, whether that is local physical business or a digital businesses, like you can absolutely do that. And you know, I have friends that are personally funding real estate Airbnbs just off of money from closing. So it's 100% plausible to do so. So if you're watching this and obviously you want to get into the industry or you want to get connected into the right places, like feel free to message me on Instagram. Honestly, if you're a good fit and you have experience or you have somehow like a great way to communicate with people, you feel like you're a natural or whatever, I can definitely place you into like a good offer. And if you need a little bit of training or anything, I can definitely send you a couple of resources. Like honestly, what I want is just to staff the companies for my friends and honestly document my journey and help as many people as I can. And again, I'm connecting you, and as a result, I'm also building a greater network of like-minded people that actually want to make it happen for themselves. So, if that makes sense, honestly, just take action, right? Like just take action, make it happen for yourself. If I was able to do so, and again, like this is not to brag or anything, but I actually bought this house. I'm 21 years old, and this was all because of closing high ticket deals. And and again, like I want this to actually make sense because I feel like a lot of people are not honest in the industry and they feel like a lot of stuff online is BS, and I agree. But this is an actual opportunity. This is an actual thing. There are many people making 500 to 1,000 every single day consistently, and I'm just one of them. Like again, there are hundreds of people doing it. So just don't be too late because 2026 is genuinely the opportunity that to grow your capital, go all in, go into online businesses and make it work. So yeah.